Europe is attempting to undermine the constructive aspirations of the Donald Trump administration, including by crossing all conceivable norms and principles that have been in effect in international economic relations until now, in international financial relations, encroaching on property that was very recently declared inviolable by the West, and also committing many other acts that undermine the very principles promoted by Europeans, including within the framework of globalization. Now, instead of globalization, we are witnessing fragmentation. But speaking of the application of unilateral coercive measures, we are here in solidarity with Iran and a number of other states. We advocate forming a group interested in counteracting this lawlessness. The United Nations, as President Putin has repeatedly said, including in his recent speeches, is probably the best diplomatic creation in the history of mankind, because there has never been such a universal structure that includes all independent states of the modern world and possesses powers and mandates, essentially in any sphere of human activity, from security and disarmament to economy, investments, climate protection, and now artificial intelligence technology and other modern achievements in the information and communication sphere. The behavior of the United States, including their actions in the Caribbean basin, these actions, of course, cause disapproval from almost all countries except Europeans, who have remained silent regarding any criticisms directed at Washington, subordinate all their thoughts to the main goal: to convince the Trump administration to follow the European path on the Ukrainian issue in order to continue the war unleashed by the West against the Russian Federation and, as I mentioned, to sway Donald Trump and his administration to their side, to prevent the White House administration from promoting its constructive agenda aimed at resolving the Ukrainian crisis. But all other countries have, of course, already expressed their positions. We are very concerned about the actions of the U.S. naval forces. In general, the warlike statements of the Pentagon about their plans, in addition to illegal actions of sinking civilian ships without trial or investigation in the Caribbean Sea, they are also planning a ground operation. All this, of course, undermines the hope that negotiations can happen within the current power arrangements on the international stage. Nevertheless, the openness to dialogue is maintained by the United States, not on all issues. Yes, overall. In some cases, President Trump states that he has already made all decisions and just needs to implement them. But we still welcome the positive difference of the current administration from the Biden administration, which did not want to talk about anything with anyone and was itself incapable of any practically significant actions. And since Russia cooperates with Iran in the nuclear field, we have built and are expanding the Bushehr nuclear power plant. Since we are well aware of the state of affairs in the relations between Iran and the IAEA, we regularly discuss the approaches publicly announced by European countries and the United States. We, by the way, when we have expert contacts with American colleagues, ask these questions as well and urge them to seek mutually acceptable solutions. Therefore, the mediation services we can offer are well known.
Поскольку мы хорошо знаем состояние